Βρισκόμαστε στην παραλία της Θεσσαλονίκης, δίπλα στο Λευκό Πύργο, και δίπλα μου είναι η Σάνα και ο Μπέντζαμιν. Τους συνάντησα στην πόλη των Γιαννιτσών, μέσα στον πεζόδρομο, μαζί με τα ποδήλατά τους. Μου κίνησαν την περιέργεια, κατευθείαν τους πλησίασα, τους ρώτησα ποιοι είναι, τι κάνουν. Μου εξήγησαν ότι κάνουν ένα μεγάλο ταξίδι, γύρω στα 48.000 χιλιόμετρα με τα ποδήλατά τους. Θα περάσουν 40 χώρες και θα αρχίσουμε τώρα, θα ρωτήσουμε πράγματα για να μάθουμε λεπτομέρειες για αυτούς, για ποιο λόγο κάνουν αυτό το ταξίδι, και θα σας δώσω και πληροφορίες πώς να έρθετε σε επικοινωνία μαζί τους, να τους στηρίξετε, να τους βοηθήσετε σε αυτό που κάνουν. So, welcome in Thessaloniki.
Thank you.
Ευχαριστώ. Okay. So, I want to ask you, the first question is, when this journey starts and why?
Yeah, so we started in May 5 months ago, biking from Sweden, and the reason why we started was because we are both interested in human rights and social issues, and we learned about a place called Western Sahara, and we were surprised that we didn't know about it before, because it's the last colony in Africa. The people there are suffering human rights violations, and it's been going on for a very long time. And we felt like someone needs to do something to wake up the world. Why not bike 48,000 kilometers, which is longer than the equator, so it's one lap around the world. To do something crazy, you know, to break this media blockade that's been surrounding Western Sahara. And that's why we're doing this, to raise awareness about it.
Until now, how is the trip? What is the difficulty?
There's a lot of difficulties. I mean, first we had to leave our jobs because we will be on the road for 2 years, and now we've
2 years?
Yes.
Yeah.
Whoa.
We've
Even a little bit more than 2 years.
Yeah, maybe 2.5 even. We're going more than the distance of the equator, so we're going through 40 countries. It's a very, very long trip, and we think you need to do something long and difficult in order to get people's attention and awareness. And now it's been 5 months. We've been away from friends and family. That takes its toll, obviously. The Balkan countries and also northern Greece, it's been very mountainous, and our bikes are very heavy because we have everything we need for 2 years. We have a tent, sleeping bags, cooking equipment, we have our laptops, cameras, a lot of things, and it weighs a lot. So carrying all of that stuff up and down mountains on a bicycle, it's not the easiest thing
Very difficult.
we've done. So it's been quite tough. And in Greece we were camping in the mountains, and in the night we had a visit from wolves, we think, that were walking beside our tent, circling it, searching for us. Thankfully they didn't know how to open the tent, or else we wouldn't be here probably. And it's also been rough weather, rain and thunderstorms, so it's not the easiest thing to do, but that's why we're doing it, because it's difficult, and that's how we get people's attention.
So the first difficulty, it was in Greece?
No, definitely not. It's been since the day we started, the weather has been very hot. So it's been the hottest summer in Europe, actually. So it's some of the days it's been almost 40 degrees when we have been biking, and you can imagine like climbing mountains, super sweaty, and it's almost 40 degrees.
How many hours in the day you're biking?
7 hours, 8 hours sometimes.
7, 8 hours.
Yeah. And it's usually during the day when it's the hottest also. And so a lot of the times we've had to stop and just in the shade drink water and try to get energy because it's very, very warm. So the weather is definitely challenging, and sometimes the road also, you're biking next to big cars and the wind is so strong, so you're like almost falling into the traffic. So you have to be careful.
It's very dangerous sometimes.
Yeah.
Very dangerous. Okay. How can someone support you in all this?
Well, there's a lot of ways people can support us. One way is that people can donate to the project, because we quit our jobs to do this, so we need food and places to sleep, and sometimes to buy things for the bikes when it's winter. So we have a page on Patreon, for example, where people could give some money or buy us a coffee, and we have the links on our social media. People can also follow us on social media, like
Instagram,
Facebook.
The name
everything.
Solidarity Rising.
Yeah, and there people can also write to us if they want to bike with us, because we are biking 40 countries. It's a lot, and maybe
that is good. That is good. Yeah.
You're welcome to come and join us.
Yeah, you too.
Maybe Friday.
The whole family can come. A little bike for the baby.
Very small bike.
So it's very easy. People can go to Facebook, to Instagram, and they will find the link and all this.
Yeah, and just write to us if they want to ask anything.
Yeah.
Okay, what is the Solidarity Rising?
So Solidarity Rising is an initiative to stand in solidarity with all oppressed and colonized peoples of the entire world. There's a lot of injustice in the world, and we believe that, well, it's humans that are causing them, so it's humans that have to solve them also. And since there are many oppressed groups, we have to stand in solidarity with them and work together with them to end their oppression, right? No matter if it's in Western Sahara or Palestine or anywhere else. So we do projects like this. One previous project was walking from Sweden to Palestine, which took a whole year to stand in solidarity with the Palestinian people. Now we're doing this for 2 years for the Sahrawis, and we have a project.
It was you? No,
yes.
Other people.
No, it was me.
You walking?
Yes.
Oh.
And we believe that you have to do things, right? You have to be an activist. You have to be active, because you can't wait for someone else to fix all the world's problems for you. You have to be a part of the solution, and we have to be many. It's, I mean, me and Sana are not going to fix the entire world. We need your help as well, and we need everybody that listens to this. We need everybody on this. So that's Solidarity Rising. And if you look at places like Yemen today, the world's biggest humanitarian catastrophe, why aren't more people talking about that and engaging? We believe that we have to be engaged and do stuff. Now we're taking 2 years for Western Sahara, and that's important, but we need to be everybody for every issue.
Yeah, and it doesn't mean that you have to, everyone has to put 2 years of their life. You can do your own small thing, you know. It can also be helping your neighbor, it can be helping in your own community where you live, for example. That's also something we are happy if people do that.
How Greece welcomes you?
We love Greece.
How was this year?
Yeah, it's been amazing.
Except the wolf and all.
I mean,
the nature welcomed us, but also the people.
I mean, we already said that we're like, when we went on this trip, Sweden is very cold where we are from. It's dark, it's cold the entire winter. So we've been looking for our second home that we can go to every summer. And every country we have gone to, this is the country number 13. We say we are looking for the best place, and so far Greece is really, really
Greece is the best.
People are very friendly, and the weather is nice, and the culture is really interesting, the history is interesting.
The first village we went to in Greece, I don't know its name, but we sat down at a coffee shop, we asked for some water. They came with a lot of bottles of water, and then they gave us coffee for free and talked to us. They were so kind, so friendly. Everyone we've met, you included, super nice people.
And
we're very happy.
I mean, you can tell like directly, because we are biking fast sometimes through the countries, and we can feel the difference. And here we really felt people are so much nice.
This is good for Greece. After Greece, where are you going? Which way you follow? What is the path?
So we're going through Turkey. So next big city we will stop in is Istanbul. And after Turkey we go to Georgia.
You know, we say Constantinople, not Istanbul.
All right.
Here in Greece, everybody said Constantinople.
That's really interesting.
So, Istanbul, Turkey, and after?
Georgia, and then we will fly home for Christmas, just 2 weeks to visit our family, and then to India actually. And we go through all of Asia. We go through Japan, China, South Korea, Vietnam,
Cambodia, Thailand, Malaysia, Singapore, Indonesia.
And then
after you will go
back to Europe.
After back to Europe, because we're making a distance that's longer than 40,000 kilometers. That's the equator, and we want it to be longer than that. So that's why we're going through all of these countries in order to make it one lap around the world.
And then we go back from Asia. We fly back to Italy, and then we go through Italy, Switzerland, France, Andorra, Spain, and we take a boat to Algeria. And then we bike 2,000 kilometers through the Sahara Desert. And there in the south of Algeria there is refugee camps where the people from Western Sahara live actually.
So there's, since 1975, when the country was invaded and occupied by Morocco, of course many people fled because people flee the wars, and they ended up in Algeria, and they've been living in refugee camps for now 50 years, if you can believe it.
50 years in the
Yes,
camp.
and there's almost 200,000 people living there in camps in the middle of the Sahara Desert. So we're going there, we're visiting them, and then we finish our trip in the liberated area of Western Sahara.
Western Sahara.
So Western Sahara is divided by the world's second longest wall. There's a wall there that's 2,700 kilometers long, divides the entire country in two parts. One part is occupied by Morocco and one part is free, where the Sahrawis can live as they please. And we will finish there in the free zone of Western Sahara.
And this will be December 2024 that
long
we are
time
there.
from now.
24.
Yes,
Yeah.
it's a long time.
And
If we survive the trip.
we have to tell that you bring cameras and all this for...
Sure.
Yeah, so in Western Sahara, because it's under occupation, Morocco doesn't allow any journalists, any international press, human rights organizations to go to the country. Even EU parliamentarians are denied to go there. So the only people who can film what is happening and talk about what is happening in Western Sahara is the local people. And they often, if they have a camera and they go to a demonstration and police is mistreating someone, hitting them, they are filming with their camera and the police sees them and they steal their camera and they put them in prison. So they need these cameras. So we are actually collecting cameras and fundraising to buy
we're collecting them from around the world and sending them all to the occupied territories so the Sahrawis can film human rights.
And also in the refugee camps there's a film school and they are trying to teach the refugees to film. So we are...
So if anybody that watches this has a camera they'd like to donate, write to us on Solidarity Rising and we'll make sure it ends up in the Sahrawis, in their hands.
What will be the first thing you do when you finish all this trip?
The next project. We have a new one.
I mean, first of course we will reunite with our friends and our families. We are also filming a documentary about our trip, so we are filming interesting places that we see, people that we meet, also the situation in Western Sahara, and we're gonna do a documentary. So we're planning to do a trip afterwards to show the documentary, and we hope we can come back to Greece and maybe also to go to Athens and show this movie and meet more organizations.
We're waiting this.
Yes.
2027 maybe.
It takes some time.
24 you will... 24 you will...
And then we need a year for making the film and post-production. It takes a while and then distribute it.
And then we also have an idea to do more projects in the future. So we want to get a sailboat, and sail 1 year around the world to talk about climate change. And then we would of course also want to come to Greece by the boat.
Yes. There's a lot of people who are threatened by climate change, obviously, but the people in the islands in Oceania, like Nauru, Palau, these countries will disappear. Where will all these people go, and what are their thoughts and feelings about this now? We don't know this. They're never in the media. We don't see them on TV. So we thought we'd go there, we'd interview them, and let the world listen to their voices about how important it is to stop climate change now, so they can survive, because their countries are literally disappearing. I mean, Greece will not disappear, Sweden will not disappear. We will have a hard time, but their countries are really existential threat. So it's important that we listen to their voices.
I wish you the best.
Thank you.
Thanks.
We are with you. We support you with everything we can do for you. So have a nice trip.
Thank you.
See you in
2025 or
25.
6.
Okay, thank you. Thank you very much.
Likewise.
Ευχαριστώ.
Παρακαλώ.